Hey fellow ServiceNow devotees, get ready to embark on a journey through the fascinating realm of ServiceNow with none other than the service ducks themselves. I'm James Downs.
And I'm Rush here. Whether you're new to ServiceNow, pre-Aspen veteran, or just a curious soul, we're here to bring you ServiceNow curiosities, exhilarating interviews, and don't forget the infamous A to Z game.
But mostly, it's about the random ramblings of two middle-aged guys with a funny story or to tell, right?
Yeah, true. The ducks are ready, the mics are on, and we can't wait to have you join us. Let's dive in. Welcome back.
Hello. That's a bit flashy, isn't it?
How did that go?
Who knows? Maybe it went well, maybe it didn't.
Welcome back to Service Ducks podcast. It's been quite a while.
Yes.
So we thought we'd get back on, trying a few new toys out today, so we'll see how that goes. First toy was the intro.
Yes.
So it's all about being slicker and making things a bit more efficient, I think is the word I'm going to go for. So we've just tried that. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, we are also, and I've just told you this, James, just before I hit the record button. To be honest, actually, let's just tell people it took a good, how long have we been on here now? 20 minutes?
Yeah, at least. It took
20 minutes to actually get me sorted. Yeah, we got there in the end. But we're also, hopefully live on YouTube and X at the same time. But I don't know. So if you see me kind of lose track, just shout at me because I'm going to check. I'm going to do a quick check now.
Yeah.
Right, if I do a refresh.
Maybe we
hang on. If I go into the live thing. Oh, no, we are.
We go.
We are streaming live on
Excellent.
YouTube, on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Which is new for us, I think, isn't it, X? And, we did a few posts in the past, but we definitely haven't gone live at X before.
No, right. So I only hooked up. No, I only created an account on X about an hour ago. So yeah,
there you go. That's fresh.
It says the little thing says we're live on X. Whether it's actually worked or not, who knows? I'm clicking around. Maybe if you got your phone out and looked on it, have you got an X account?
No, I haven't got the X account, but I have got a X account that I can go and follow us.
Well,
number one.
Give us a follow, and then you can tell us whether it's actually working. To be fair, on YouTube, we haven't got many followers on the Service Ducks podcast account, so there's not going to be. We've got no fear of people dropping in, watching our faux pas as we get back into the
what is this? Only us. Watching it
only us. I've got some more exciting news to tell you. Actually, remind me in a second.
Okay.
Just say what's the exciting news you were going to share. I've got two new exciting things to share with you. Actually,
this is the problem, isn't it? It's been so long. We're like, this, that.
It has, yeah. I mean, I wrote some notes down. I don't think either of one of those are in my notes to talk to you about, to be honest with you. But we'll see. If not, we'll just cover it on another episode. Anyway, how have you been? It's been an extremely long time.
Yes. Yes.
I think the last episode we recorded, and if you haven't watched or listened to it, was back in February. I think.
Can't even remember what it was about or what we were doing.
Of course, we don't know what it's about. It's about some nonsense.
Oh yeah, it's not ServiceNow. We moved away from that content.
Very limited ServiceNow content in there. But I think it was back in February. But anyway, what have you been up to? How have you been? Give us some anecdotes, the general chit-chat.
Yeah, general chit-chattage. Yeah, not too bad. I think this year's been a busy one. And I think, to give reasons why we haven't done as much as we had liked or done anything over the last 8 months or whatever it is because just down to work commitments, that old thing of time just taking things up. And I think in my world, as you know, I'm in the world of AI, and I think it's just suddenly boomed this year. God, I'm going straight into work things.
I know, it's quite boring.
No one's here for that. No one is here for that. Yeah, I think it's just been so busy with that. It's just been crazy. Where have I been this year? I've been to quite a few places this year. I've been to a lot of.
I was going to ask you about those.
Yep.
Yes, I was going to ask. Have you got a little map? You should have a map behind you where you can.
Shouldn't I? I mean, my medal collection. It's now become a ServiceNow lanyard collection, which is behind me, is growing with different events that I'm attending. I tend to keep all of them. But yeah, there's been a lot of summit events. There's been knowledge. Obviously, we didn't talk obviously February was before Knowledge.
You snuck out to Knowledge. That was proper sneaky.
I know, my very first
Proper
Knowledge.
sneaky.
Yeah. And actually,
How
I'm
was
thinking, I've got so many anecdotes and different things from Knowledge that I'd love to come back and, tell about, because I think we did on our first series, we had a live. Did we do a live stream? I think we did a live stream, didn't we, with Jace?
Yeah,
and
for
Justin, I think it
2
was.
years.
Of course, yeah, we did. Yeah.
Wow. Hang on.
So we got James
So,
as well. Yeah.
We've been doing this for it can't be 3 years. It can't be.
Huh?
It can't be. 'Cause we did Jace.
Yeah.
Jace?
It was Jace and Justin, the first one. Yeah.
No, we didn't. No. That was last year. That was 2024, right? 2023, we had Francis from Flyfall, and we had James.
James.
And he'll
James.
kill us for that, because everyone always
Yeah.
gets James and Jason mixed up.
Yeah, that's true.
We had them. Then we had Jason, a surprise visit from Justin, and then you've just
as soon as one of us is actually there, we don't do it. What?
one of us is there, and we do nothing.
I've seen content from them guys that we just mentioned. They were at a nice little table, doing their content. But no, I think it was. It was a hell of an experience. It was obviously my first time. First of all, traveling that far. Another thing is first time in Vegas.
Really? Hang on, hold up. Have you not been? Because where is it? Remind me where it is. Vegas. Yep. Of course it's Vegas. What a stupid thing to say on our first episode back. Where's Knowledge? Idiot.
2 times MVP, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Hey.
You're saving that for the all news.
I've got the trophy here. I should polish it, right? Have you not seen my trophy? Right, okay. We're going to be all over the place on this episode.
Fine. They're like, right. We're back.
So this is right. I should polish it. Look how many fingerprints I've got on it. Right. This is what I can't understand. I have got ServiceNow MVP. We should have a fanfare. ServiceNow MVP. 2 years on the bounce. Right. You just did a party hat emoji.
I was expecting so much more. I was expecting confetti on my screen.
Just a little emoji.
A little emoji on the side.
There's MVP twice on the bounce, and this says 2004 MVP award, right? Now, I don't know whether this is my first MVP trophy or it's the second one and they forgot to send me the first.
Or they didn't do it on the first one, maybe?
Well, no, because I saw people posting with their trophies on LinkedIn like they do.
You're going to have to hit them up and see what's going on there.
Maybe they kind of do it like a year after the event, so maybe I'll get 2025 like in 26. Don't know. But it'll go there and I've just hit the boom of the mic. Anyway, tell me about Knowledge. What were you saying?
Yeah, so like I say, I think what you need to, I guess, bear in mind is just how long. It's like 11, 12-hour flight, whatever it is, from the UK. Yep. And like I said, first I've been in Chicago, which was like 9 hours or 8 hours or something.
That's still a fair trek.
Yeah, still a fair trek. But I think where I went wrong is not listening to anybody else who has actually been. So I got lots of fantastic advice about, how to rest and, don't go crazy on the first. You have to, like, in the first few days, because I got excited because I got there on a Sunday and I had the Monday to myself before the event. So what do I go and do? I get excited. I want to go down the strip to see everything. I want to see Caesar's Palace. I want to go see everything. And in doing so, I did about 60,000 steps.
That's a fair trek. To put that in context, I'll just put that in context for anyone out there that doesn't understand how far that is. I ran 19 kilometers this morning, and that was 20,000. What were you doing? Did you just walk up and down?
Yeah, literally up and down the strip. Yep. Yeah, initially I was like, I'm going to go get some breakfast, but I chose a McDonald's, which was like right down the end of the strip. And then I kind of came back and just checked it out, and it was my first time there, so I wanted to see it and see what was going on. But in doing so, like I say, between that and the jet lag and just tiredness and travel, by the time it came to the second or third day, I was ruined. So I had to spend the afternoon one of those days literally just in my hotel room.
Yeah. And you get, I don't know if you're like me, but there's a social battery that just depletes, and you just think, I need time to myself just to recharge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regroup.
Obviously, it takes a long time. I now kind of appreciate the corridors Because obviously, anytime we spoke to anybody on the podcast around knowledge, it's
Yeah,
like these big long corridors. It takes forever to get anywhere. You got, like, for me, obviously my days were just full of like customer meetings. So I was meeting a customer up in a different room and back at the booth, and then over to this event, down to this room. I didn't actually manage to see many actual sessions just because I
Really?
was so busy. I think I only seen half a session as well as the kind of opening keynote.
yeah.
But it's just really busy with just talking to customers basically, which I think is just one of the main reasons to go there as a partner is to you know, people and their availability.
A worthy experience.
Yeah, definitely a worthy experience.
What advice would you give? So if I was going next year, and I probably won't, but if I was going next year, what would you? What's the number one piece of advice?
Number one piece of advice would be, I think it's managed to find downtime in between everything else. And I think you need to be realistic about what you can actually achieve with it. You can't, even if it wasn't a partner and you're like booked out with customer meetings, you have so many of these different sessions. Don't try and see every single session, and you know, you're just going to get burnt out, I think, by doing that. So I think you have to mix in rest with taking it all
Scheduling breaks.
Yes.
Scheduling you time. Yeah, I get you.
Definitely.
So what else have you been doing then? Give us what's your role now? Has your role changed since we last spoke?
No, not really. It's just the same role. Still global offering lead for ServiceNow AI is my role. Still the same role.
Actual title. Is that the actual title?
Well, you know, there's a.
But you haven't got that on your signature.
There's a corporate title. It's my LinkedIn title, and also my email signature title.
You could change your LinkedIn to like, I don't know, what do people do? Like master of AI, helping, you know what I mean? Some cool hip chat
And I'm still just about a CMA. I've only got like 100 or 150 days left to recertify my CMA, which I'm way behind on points, by the way.
Ooh, you got to redo that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a bind.
But no, I think my role is pretty much the same. It's still AI. Like I say, it's been so busy that there's a lot more customers these days who are actually willing to, you know, pay for it and try it out. I think the market is still very much, you know, nearly ready for it. You know, there's companies who are just trying it rather than full in, but there's a lot more noise and a lot more talk around it. So
yeah, so we both went. So we met each other, or met each other. We saw each other at World Forum London last month. Now we're at the start of November, so yeah, last month now. And that was the first time we've actually physically seen each other since last World Forum, if I remember.
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy.
Not as regular as we'd perhaps like, but there you go. That's what happens when you're busy. But that was a lot of obviously again AI content. But the thing I got from that was that it's come quite a far way. It's come quite a long way in the last 12 months. Is the offering or the capability that ServiceNow put into it, right?
Yeah.
So I've spent quite a number of months and almost 2 years now in kind of embedded in a CMDB and integrations, right? So I haven't had much real life use cases to tinker around with AI. So, you know, I felt myself getting a little bit left behind in terms of what's coming and what the offering is now. And I was kind of a bit surprised on how far it's come. I say surprised, but am I really? When you think about the advancements on your kind of consumable technology, it's like my phone now. I can take a photo and then I can just circle things and AI will take them out, right?
Yeah.
Then it'll take them out, shoot them, just erase them from the picture, right? So in consumable world, it's come quite a far way. So why was I that surprised to see the difference?
No, that's true.
I shouldn't have been, really.
There was a podcast with Elon Musk and I think Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk was saying that in 3 to 5 years' time, he's expecting that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's expecting that phones won't have any apps anymore.
Yes.
There'll be just no apps. AI will just take care of everything. You don't need any apps for it to do that. And I think, like you say, it's moving.
I saw that because he was saying that in 5 or 6 years' time, that what was formerly known as a phone, he kept saying that formerly, like your device, would just present to you things that it thinks you want through AI. And I just started trying to visualize how does that manifest itself on like a thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't.
If it's not an app, is it? I don't know. Is it just going to appear on the phone? I suppose it might do at a particular time in your day when it thinks, oh, you want to, I don't know, see the news.
You know what I mean? In like away from work and stuff, how much do you use AI through like ChatGPT, Gemini at all for anything generation, or is it just more of a kind of fad thing? Maybe you get it to generate an image, a random funny
No,
image.
so I feel like, right, okay. I thought I was getting more of a handle on it and consuming it more than most, right? But it's probably like old people like me still go on Facebook as opposed to things like TikTok, right? We get so, and what I mean by that is I tend to use ChatGPT more than anything else. So Gemini and all that kind of stuff, don't even bother with it.
Yeah,
Because I'm still probably in old technology of using ChatGPT. It probably is now. There's probably other things that are better. What do I use it for? I'll tell you what I'm using it for at the moment. Is I'm looking at we need to talk to you about this. I'm looking at trading my car in for an EV. So I'm looking
okay.
at I'm getting it to do comparisons on
That's a good
lease
idea.
deals on different EVs and
I like that.
the power. And do you know what? There's a Kia EV GT, right, that does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. It's 600 brake horsepower.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't need it, but I want it.
What's the range though? Do the Kias do a decent
I've
range?
got no idea. Not a
Okay.
clue.
I mean, that's really what it comes down
Do
to with EVs.
yeah, but do you know how I pick cars?
By look, just by look, its shape.
Yeah, okay. I first go, do I like the look of it? Then I look at the size of the boot
Okay, okay, yeah.
because I think I've got to get
Yep.
luggage and dog and
Yeah.
all that and kids and whatever. Okay, my kids, the kids stuff, not just random in a boot of a car. Then I look at the 0 to 60.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of my criteria, and then I battle between myself. I get those are my three main criteria, and then I think, oh, okay, how comfy does it look to sit in? What's the leg room in the back and whatever? But if it's got a rubbish 0 to 60, then it gets wiped off the list.
It's binned. Well, I guess EV's where it's at then. I'm not sure if that was the criteria when you bought your Skoda.
No, it's a VRS.
Oh yeah.
It's a VRS, so it is quick. But yes, there are a lot faster now. What were we talking about? Knowledge
Knowledge events.
and AI based stuff.
Yeah, I think
So
quickly going back to your point though, because you did make a really good point that things are moving faster than anyone can actually keep up with, and the realization that the needle's moved from where it was about a year ago. The conversation was about, oh, it's too expensive, it's nowhere near useful enough to actually do anything with it. Yeah. Whereas now it's moved so far that there's so many use cases that you don't realize are actually there. So the people that I spoke to at World Forum, which was the point that we were on, was that they really enjoyed the labs. The people that went in to build an agent themselves, they really enjoyed it. I had no idea it could just do that. And in speaking to some of the other partners around as well, they do their own kind of internal kind of hackathons and, just getting that hands-on keyboard experience to play with it. Because it's still an issue, accessibility to AI agent and, AI capabilities is still an issue.
Yeah, no, I did one of the labs, and I think I said to you on the day, didn't I, at World Forum, that I did one of the labs, and I think I did, let's say it was an hour session, I did 45 minutes, and then got what I needed from it. And what I mean by that is, I always find with the labs, the way I learn, it's very hard for me to follow step instructions, right? Because if I follow step instructions, I'm just going to do what it says on the steps and go, success, I've built an agent. But for me, I like to tinker and break and say, oh, what does that do? What if I click that button? What happens if I do that? I think that's the same as many people. So I was skipping ahead quite a bit, got to the point where I kind of go, okay, it's kind of working, but I broke it along the way, and that's okay. But I understand the architecture or the structure, the things that I need to use to make the thing work. And once I got that, I was kind of like, okay, I'm happy. I understand it a bit more. Yeah,
I think one of the biggest advertising points that ServiceNow came out with at World Forum was they've gone from having like 95 to 100 different agents to now releasing thousands, and even like the partner ecosystem are releasing their own as well.
Yes,
and I think, obviously, there's a challenge in just knowing which ones are going to make sense for you, but what that does help with is having those to copy from, because the biggest thing with building new agents is the prompt engineering behind it. So knowing how to ask for it in a way that ServiceNow is going to understand it.
I've got, but that's the same with how you consume it as well, right? It's as good as the stuff that you're going to tell it.
Yeah.
we didn't think this was going to be an AI episode, right? How
We
boring
didn't.
are we? We sound
no.
like World Forum.
Well, yeah.
I know it's your job, but I know that's the
What are
main.
you saying about my job and my
That's the
life?
main part. Everything's AI, so it was inevitable. It was inevitable. But tell me about all the other things you've been doing, all the other events you've been going to. They're AI based, aren't they? Yeah.
They are basically the same conversation, but in Geneva, in Frankfurt, in Amsterdam, and yeah, they're in. I've been doing a bit of a European tour of going to different places, which has been quite nice, to be honest. Some of them I took the family as well to go and
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it's a good excuse to just let them just explore the town centres somewhere random and go and do work for a day and try and make
Which
a
one did
weekend.
you take them on?
Took them to Frankfurt. Sorry if there won't be anyone from Frankfurt listen to this, but it wasn't a nice place. It wasn't a good place to just drop your family in.
Really?
Yeah, it was a surprise because my other half speaks German and she likes that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said I wasn't the nicer side of Germany.
Right.
Switzerland was good though. I went to Switzerland twice. That was nice.
Whereabouts?
So I went to the Zurich Release Summit. So I actually presented at that event.
Good.
That was quite good. I also went to Geneva, which was a ServiceNow user group event.
Okay.
To present as well. Yeah, both of them so nice. Like the surroundings and everything.
Yeah. Nice. You've been out and about then.
I've been out
You're
and
like
about. Busy
international man of AI.
Yeah. And most recently, I know this is a lot about me so far, but most recently, Disneyland. Now, I know first season, you talked to us about your Disneyland experience. I'm pretty sure second season, we talked about when I went to Disneyland, I think back in April last year, I think.
Yes,
maybe.
you've already been, haven't you? You've already been.
Yes, and I went now in Halloween season, and I've got a few gripes.
Did you see the parade, the Halloween parade?
Very good. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that was probably the best parade.
I think we went in October as well when we went, so I do remember that. Yeah, go on then.
Right.
This is what we really want to know.
Yeah, obviously we all know about the queues and how annoying it is when one particular family member stays in and then others kind of cut through. I think that's a given. Everyone hates that. It's the worst thing in the world. I actually quite enjoyed this time paying for the premium pass to the Avengers ride. And then just looking at everyone else as you're kind of walking down the queue. With
You were one of them.
Smug face. Yeah, I love it. That was great. I hate them when I'm in the other queue. But no, my first gripe is the shoulder things. Have you seen those?
No.
They're like little shoulder buddies. So you get like the little
I've got one of them. No, I haven't got one of them. I wanted one, but we've got two. Yeah.
Oh, have you?
With the little magnetic thing that you put underneath and then you put the tent. Yeah, okay.
It's like, it's in your. I didn't get them, but it's in your face. It's horrible.
What do you want? Why have you got grunt with them? That was that bit high pitched then, wasn't it? Why have you got a grunt with them? You mean you didn't buy any? You were annoyed by other people having them? I was annoyed
by other people having them, thinking, why do you need that inconvenience in your face? I don't get it. I just didn't get it.
Did you? Let me ask you this before you carry on grumping.
Yep.
Did you all have the same T-shirts on? So
no.
You did.
We didn't. We didn't. No, we didn't do that. No.
I think we did. When we went to Florida, it's a big thing, right? Yeah, you can smile, you can laugh if you want. I don't mind. when we went to Florida, yeah, we all had like the same T-shirts. I think it was a Captain America's shield on it, and then it had your name on it, like some loser family.
Nice.
Fully embraced it. But yeah, we got a couple of shoulder buddies. I was jealous with the kids. I wanted the chicken one.
Yeah. Or hey, or whatever its name is.
Yeah.
The other one, like number 2 gripe, is character meets. Okay, I don't know if you did many of those, staying in the queue for absolute ages to get a photo.
Nope.
You're probably like, that's a waste of time going the rides.
No, well, I'll tell you in a sec what we did.
Okay, so anyway, you get people with certain, I don't think it's a premier pass. I think it's a different kind of pass that you can get to get priority to doing character meets. And it's like you're waiting there for an hour and a half to see Minnie Mouse, right? While the kids, you got 2 young kids just getting bored, sitting on stones, just, crawling up the walls, driving you insane. Just people that come in and go, oh, I've got one of these priority passes, and they just let them through. You have to wait for them to get their picture, and you'll be waiting an hour and a half. Anyway, yeah. That's my second gripe.
Yeah, so we did. So we were a bit cleverer. So we paid for a character meet breakfast thing.
Oh, the breakfast. Okay. Yeah,
so,
that's probably
right. It's a bit more expensive, but you get to meet all the characters. They pretty much all come out. I think there's like half of them. They rotate them, so they get to meet them there. And then we stayed in one of the hotels. So this is when we went to Paris. We stayed in one of the hotels, and in the morning there was always a character in the hotel in the lobby. So we didn't do any of the meet stuff. I wasn't queuing up for an hour and a half.
That sounds like better. I bet we're doing
But
it.
let's face it, the character meets are more for the parents, I think, so they can take that picture and go, "Oh, there's a memory." I don't think the kids care.
No, not really. Yeah, I mean, I stayed at one of the Disney hotels this time around, actually, which was 10 times better than staying like 5 miles away, which I did last time. God,
you get to go in an hour earlier, don't you?
Yeah, that made a huge difference as well. Even if it's not for rides, you're just going in the shops or something. You can actually see things.
So we did. Here's a tip: when we went to the one in Florida, it's called rope drop. For anyone that doesn't know, it's called rope drop. So you get in for rope drop, which is when the rope drops. But we stayed on site when we went to Florida, and you get in an hour early. We were at the front for rope drop, and we were like,
Wow.
National Lampoon family, and running. I think we did about 5 or 6 rides in the first hour, and then chilled for the rest of the day because you got them all knocked off, and you didn't have to queue. Boom, all done, all done.
I like that.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got quite a funny story. So, you know the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland Paris? I presume.
Yes, can't remember it.
You
but
probably
yes.
may have done that in Florida as well, I think.
Yep.
Very similar boat ride. Obviously, the ride, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Got to the end after you see Jack Sparrow. So you see Jack Sparrow right at the end, and he's coming back round to the beginning. Anyway, I think every single ride that we went on last week, they had some kind of glitch with it. So they were like, "Oh,
really?
We have temporarily halted our ride. We'll be back very soon." I think every single ride had that, and it had that, but then it fully shut down, and we were the last boat that couldn't get into the docking area where new people can come on.
Yeah.
So they had to get everyone who was queuing up for 70 minutes to go out, and they shut down all the music, shut down everything. They had to rescue people from all the boats through all the different areas.
Please tell me you were left on there.
We were the last ones to come off. We were there for like over half an hour, just kind of waiting, and had to get some guy to wade into the water to kind of rescue our boat, to take us back past Jack Sparrow, escape out from kind of side doors. We get to see a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, but they didn't offer us any like premiere.
That's the saddest rescue I could ever think of. I can just imagine some guy in his welly boots wading through the water, carrying you over his shoulder.
That would have been so much fun.
The bodyguard or something,
I can't swim.
I love you.
Save me. We're going to have to generate that now through AI. We're going to do it.
It's scary what you can generate through AI now, though. It is scary.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, it's not. It's not good. It's not good. But that's action packed then. That was recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, and the food was horrible, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we did nothing as fancy as that, but recently, no, we've just come back we did a weekend away in Weymouth. So nothing quite as fancy, just a low key kind of affair, just getting out, getting away. I think you got to sometimes, just get away. It's half term here for anyone in the UK. It's been half term this week, so I took the week off. I don't know whether you had the week off, but I had the whole week off just to kind of, I say spend time with the kids, but they were off doing their own thing pretty much.
Did you have them in clubs as well?
You were. Yeah, one of them went to football club for a couple of days, and then I took my oldest to. It's so difficult because she's 13 now, and they brace yourself.
Really
like that overnight. It's like the Kevin and Perry sketch, the Kevin sketch. Overnight, she turned into a teenager. To the fact where did I tell you this? And I'll get back onto my original point. So her school's a bit away. I have to drive her to school. I can't walk from here, right? On the way to school the other week, this was post 13. I can't remember what I was saying to him. Probably giving her some kind of dad lecture in the car about books or you haven't got your coat. Kids these days, I don't know, teenagers refuse to wear a coat.
They do. Yep.
I don't get it. It'll be freezing or retching it down with rain and they don't wear a coat. I don't know. Write in if you know the answer why. But anyway, and she turned to me. This is the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life, James. She said to me, "You don't know anything. You went to school in the olden days." That's what she said to me.
The olden days.
The olden days. I know I couldn't help but laugh.
What do you know?
But the point I was getting to is no, I had a bit of a daddy-daughter day on Friday, and we went to, I think I told you, didn't I? I went to some this arcade place where
Yeah.
you go for an hour, you pay like a lump sum for an hour, and it's not too expensive. But all the arcades in there are then free or included in the price to use. So we did that for a bit. Had a Mackie D's breakfast, mooched around some shops pointlessly, you know, as you do. But yeah, no, that was good fun. We did that. But yeah, not a lot else to tell this week, really. It's been, like I said, I thought I'd take time off to spend with the kids, and they've all been off doing their own thing. So I've kind of been left to my own devices. But it's good, though. It's good to have that downtime. Just conscious. How long are we going to record for, by the way? This is our first comeback episode where we weren't going to talk about AI, and we've just talked.
It is, but I think as per our new kind of way of doing things on the podcast here, it's going to be the time is what the time is.
I think so. And I think we perhaps should have said this at the start, but I think if anyone's listening to this, they'll know by now we don't really plan stuff and it's all over the place, and we do the intros at the end and talk about random stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think what we've decided to do is we are going to kick back on with these. We're not could perhaps not be as regular as we were before. They might be sporadic. I think we used to do them on a Wednesday, to release them on a Wednesday. I think we're going to keep it because life gets busy, right? James has been exceedingly busy this year. Likewise, I have. Life gets in the way, you know, as we grow into our careers or in family life, things get busy. And things take a back seat, and that's okay. So we decided we started this originally not to pump out ServiceNow content. It wasn't to, you know, dazzle you with our ServiceNow brains and James talk about CMA or AI stuff for 25 minutes. Cheers, James. But it was more... It was always a way in a remote working world for two people to have a catch-up. And that was the main driver. And I think we are going to absolutely stay true to that. So if you're coming here expecting some expert opinions on ServiceNow, you might get them, but don't be too disappointed, because we're just going to talk and connect and hopefully have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
We've got some ideas for new games coming up, and James doesn't know about a couple of them that I thought about this week, and I'll let you know, surprise you as always, and try and get more people involved. We'll try and get the community a bit more involved, and we're also going to try and do more lives, right? Because we want to keep this as efficient as possible. As I said, we're all busy. We're going to try and use AI. There we go. But the tools we've got as well as we can to make it as efficient as possible. For instance, we're live streaming today. The other things I haven't told you, actually, James, this is for you. I've renamed our accounts, I don't know whether you noticed, to the Service Ducks podcast rather than just Service Ducks. I just felt it wasn't obvious enough that it was a podcast. And
fair enough. That's it. Impromptu name change.
That's the first time James is learning about this. I went around.
We do our admin on here too, so that's fine.
Yeah, when I was bored in my week off this week, I went around and changed them. The other thing, I've got an interview tomorrow.
What?
Oh, that's exciting!
With a different podcast.
I should have led with that, shouldn't I? Oh, two things to say before we close out, right? Yeah, I should have done that as like the clickbait. I've got an interview. No one cares. Don't blame you. The interview is with, so we use a product called Riverside to do all this stuff on, right? Yep. And it's come along quite a long way since February, since we last worked. So we're playing with new toys and tools, which is why the intro at the start might be a bit weird, but we're getting there. But there's a feature that you can publish to Spotify, and I put us on the wait list. They emailed me last week, and they set up. It's called an interview. It's a bit weird, but I've got a meeting with the guy lunch tomorrow to go through it. Okay, and it's called an interview. So I don't know whether they're going to interview me to find out, look, your podcast's pretty crap. You don't get this new beat.
Do you have a big enough audience for us to?
Yeah, don't know. But that's the first exciting thing. The other exciting thing has completely slipped
It's back.
No, yeah. So I got so someone from LinkedIn or someone on LinkedIn messaged me the other day and has offered us 150 to sit here naked on our next episode.
Is he from Nigeria or
no? No, $150 to promote their newsletter.
Oh right.
And I think there was 3 points to it. I think one was like make some posts, one was talk about it, the other one was do something else. Don't remember. But I'll talk to you about that, see whether you want to take it up. I'm always skeptical of those things because you think,
Yeah. What is that about? Yeah. Do get hit a lot on LinkedIn with people asking if we need any assistance for a podcast, and they love it. It's like, oh, have you actually watched it?
Yeah, I get a lot of that, but this was a ServiceNow specific newsletter. And it's legit because I went and had a look. Right, it's not like we can edit your podcast for £3,000 or whatever. It was a legit thing, so maybe we should have a look at that. I'll send you the details because they've pestered me twice now to say, "Oh, you haven't replied," but that might be worth.
Perhaps the next step will be sponsored by Manscaped.
Well, on that closing note, I think what we'll do next time when we can have a catch up and I'll tell you what I've been up to. Nothing too exciting, but there's some good content in there, perhaps. But it was always going to be a bit of a messy one. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
So I think, given the fact I've got to probably go and sort out the tea now for the kids.
Yeah.
They're expected home any second now, and I don't want you to hear them coming through the door shouting. I think we'll close it there.
Sounds good to me.
Do we still remember this? But I guess it just remains to say. I've been Russ.
And I've been James.
And this is Service Ducks.
The Service Ducks.
The Service. All right, stopping.